Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited for today. I mean, I say this every time because I love makeup so much, but I'm excited. I just got the Norvina palette. Oh my god, cannot wait to try this. So the Anastasia Norvina palette, it is a collaboration with Norvina, who is she's something to do with Anastasia. I don't know exactly what. But yeah, she's to do with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and basically she designed all the colours and stuff in this palette. Now, it does have the traditional velvet exterior on the outside. I feel like this palette is just giving me life, honestly. The packaging is so nice. And I do have the Prism palette as well, but honestly, I just feel like this looks so much nicer. Let's open it up. Now inside you get a shadow protector. I'll take that out of the way. And there are the colours. How beautiful are they? And I just dropped the brush out of it. Now all these colours are just like, they're just colours that I would wear all the time. I love them. And I think there is actually a pretty good range in here. Like, you could do a lot of different things with it. Now, I was working today and I was too lazy to take off all my makeup and start all over again. So I just took off my foundation and my eye makeup and I left my brows on. And I do have a primer on as well. I think from a first glance at the palette, my favourite colours would probably have to be Wild Child, Rose Gold, Celestial, Eccentric, Love, and Soul. And I'm also happy that there's a base colour in here as well. I hate it when shadow palettes don't have a base colour, so happy about that. Now, as I have said before, I don't do swatches just because I don't think they're a realistic representation of how the shadows perform. I would much rather see how the shadows perform. If you want swatches, let me know. I will give you some swatches, but yeah, I just don't believe in it. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off by, I can see a little bit of kickback. Now that's actually more than what, I think it's probably the worst kickback I've actually ever had. I'm just gonna put this base colour down on my lid. That's a really good base colour. Now I want to see if you guys can see this. Now I'm just gonna very lightly dip into. Can you see that there's just a lot of kickback? I mean, like, kickback doesn't bother me, but I mean, I think it bothers a lot of people, so that's not really good, but we're gonna keep using it anyway. That is actually, okay, it's very pigmented. I will say that it is very pigmented despite the high level of kickback in that shade base. It does, like, despite that high level of kickback, it does have a really strong pigment. Like, I barely picked any up, and like, it's like covered all my veins and everything, so that's good. Now the palette does come with a brush. I'm not going to use it though because I don't know, I just don't like the brush that it comes with. I've tried it with the Prism palette, did not like it, so I'm not going to use it for this video. I'm going to use brushes that I really trust. Okay, so I'm just going to use a fluffy blending brush. Now I think what I'm going to do with this look is I'm going to kind of do like gold in the corner, then go into a pink, and then go into a purple and kind of do like a mattes in the crease and then glitter through here sort of thing. We'll see. I'll probably change it halfway through, knowing me, but oh well. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go into is the shade Incense. Now let's see if this one has kickback. Can you see that? Okay. That has a lot of kickback. Okay, I think it's kind of going to annoy me because it's just going to go everywhere. I'm just going to have to clean off the palette heaps. I mean, like, you do get a lot of colour just lightly dipping in, but, like, no one wants a palette with kickback. Like, it's to the point where it's bothering me. I'm just going to go in my inner corner here. I mean, like, it has so much pigment. Pigment is on point, I must say. Like, how good is that? Amazing. Okay, like, the pigment's good, but I don't really like that kickback. I say kickback doesn't bother me, but that's because I've never had kickback this bad. I wouldn't say it's as bad as what people saw in the subculture, but yeah, it's definitely like doing the same sort of stuff. Okay, and I'm actually going to dip into this shade Eccentric. And I'm just going to put that over the top of Incense. Okay, and there's no kickback in that Eccentric shade either. So far it's Base and Incense that have the kickback. Okay, that's looking good. I'm just going to clean off my brush. And now I'm going to go in with the shade Love. Okay, now, kickback test. I've just got to do this with every colour now to try and test it. Do you see that? What is going on? That is, like, it's picked up a lot, but, like, do you see that? That is a lot. Okay. This palette officially has kickback, okay? It officially has kickback. Like, the colour looks so pretty, but it just is, you know, has so much kickback. Like, look how pigmented that is. I've, like, barely done anything. Okay, so basically, if you're a person that where kickback really bothers you, I wouldn't get this palette. Okay, so now I'm actually going to dip into the colour Soul, which is like a beautiful, like, bluey, like, it's like almost like a steely bluey purple colour. Almost like the colour of the sky when there's a storm. It's kind of cool. Okay, kickback test. Okay, that doesn't do it as bad, but there is still a fair bit of kickback. Okay. Now this one is not as pigmented, I don't think, or as blendable. Yeah, it's definitely not as blendable. I feel like on camera it's looking grey, but in person it does show up quite purpley. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the look as a whole, but hopefully it'll come together. I do definitely feel like Soul doesn't blend out as easy. Like, you kind of have to work at it. And I'm actually just going to go in and build up the colour of some of these. It's a little bit more intense. especially the pink. I really want the pink to kind of stand out because it is such a beautiful colour. I might even bring it out a little bit more into the purple. Yeah, that looks so nice. And I'm just going to start kind of carving out a little crease. Okay, so I've got my concealer on my eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little packer brush and I'm going to try using that to do the shimmers just because I want to get a bit of precision. Normally I would just do this with my pinky finger, but I do want it to be really precise. Okay, now I'm going to spray a little bit of Fix Plus onto my brush. Now, the first shade I'm going to go in with is this shade Dreamer, which is just like a nice light champagne-y gold colour. And I'm just going to pop that in this inner part. That's a lot of pigment. And I want to kind of fade these into each other as well. But like, how blinding is that? That is gorgeous. Okay, now I'm going to clean that brush off and use the shade Wild Child, which is like just a shimmery pink to complement the Love shade. Okay, it doesn't really seem to be picking up this colour very well. Like, what is going on? Okay, I think I might have to mix in a little bit of the rose gold with this to sort of make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, that's looking quite good. Just gonna test with my finger. Okay, it comes up so much better with my finger. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip into the shade Celestial. Okay, this doesn't really seem to be going on too well. Look how pigmented it is on my finger. Okay, definitely use your finger with this, don't use a brush. So I'm just going in to define that little crease I've made a bit more with each of the colours. Now, I never usually do cut creases on myself because I don't usually like them on myself, but I had a vision. I don't think the vision really worked, but that's okay. It's all about how the shadows perform. Okay, it's getting there. It's getting there. Definitely getting there. Darken it up even more. I think I'm going to go in with this shade Passion here, and I'm going to kind of run that along the whole crease line. just to really deepen it up. And I feel like it's a colour that goes with all the colours. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply the pinky shade down below. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I don't think the eye look actually suits me just because I never ever suit cut crease. I should have known better to do it. But like, I think the shadows do perform really well. I do think the shadows overall are pigmented. However, I would say that the mattes do have a lot of kickback, definitely. So if you're not a fan of kickback, definitely do not get this palette. Otherwise, if you're a real big fan of like these pinky purpley colours, I would definitely be getting this palette. I think you can do so much with it. You can do something light, you can do something dark. It's really, really nice. Like, I'd say it's probably my new favourite palette. I only just got the Huda Beauty one like a month ago. I wouldn't say it's replaced the Huda Beauty one for me, but it's definitely in my top now. So definitely check it out if kickback doesn't bother you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking here, and you will go in the draw to win my big prize of goodies from Priceline. So make sure you're subscribed. I will be picking a winner once I reach 500 subscribers. So the more people subscribe, the quicker it's going to be announced. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.